Hello Leos and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your weekly tarot reading for May 13th through the 19th of 2019. Okay, Leos, thank you guys so much for all of your support. If you haven't, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the support from my subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. And all the shares really do help the channel, so thank you guys. We're going to use the Hobbit deck here to check out what's coming in terms of general life and career, and then we'll move on to love, okay? Leos. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It cannot and it will not resonate with all of you, and that's totally okay. It is not meant to, and I absolutely can't pick up on everybody's, messages and everybody's energies every single week. So, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't, and go check out your weeklies as well as your monthlies for your other placements. They might resonate better with you or have messages that are really important for you to hear, okay? All right, Leo, so let's check out what's coming in this week. General life, general life and career for my Leos. What can they expect to happen? What's coming in for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wow, the Hierophant. Ten of Swords. Leos. General life, career. Ten of Coins, wow. King of Swords. Interesting. So, this feels like you guys are coming to the other side of a situation here. We're closing out a chapter for sure. When I see 110, it's always like, I'm always going to get another 10, huh? Like, that's just how it works for me. I don't know if it's that way for other readers, but this always happens to me. I can never get 110 without something that is a 10 or the world or the Wheel of Fortune. So, to me this says to take it slow. You guys are closing out a really huge, really long chapter, maybe one from 10 years or more. It has a lot to do with our stability and our, almost like I'm getting our mental stability as well, surrounding work, surrounding the way we approach work, the way we approach career, the way we work, honestly, how much effort, time, if we're workaholics, we're coming to realizations that we can't continue living the way we have been living or working the way we've been working because it's not healthy. This is saying, this is very much, I don't know, I'm kind of reminded of the messages of, Mercury and Taurus here, of needing to take things slower, as we work through this, pull these swords out one by one, yes, we're going to feel that Ten of Swords, but, and it's going to feel very deep. Let me get some clarifiers here, because again, this just feels, Ten of Swords, Ten of Coins, that's deep, that's long, that's stuff that has been sticking around for years. This is generational stuff. Even attachments from maybe even like ways we even approach things in past lives. Like we're breaking some really long held patterns, things that we don't even realize, we've been carrying through past lives into the life we're in now, it feels like, for some of you. Not even for some of you, for pretty much whoever this is resonating with. The Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. The Ten of Swords. Whoa, Justice. Yeah, we need to look at things rationally and with truth. The Hierophant says to listen to those gut instincts, your higher self, whatever you're being directed to do right now. If you have somebody like a parent or somebody that you spiritually or emotionally kind of look up to here, the knowledge from them is going to be very balancing, very truthful, but also going to kind of wake you up in a way here to how you've been doing something wrong in the past. And this feels like, again, you're going to be like, wow, I've been doing it this way for this long and I don't understand why. Like, I didn't need to be this way. I've been doing this wrong. You guys are going to feel almost guilty about it, but there's no point in feeling guilty or ashamed. When justice comes out, it's just be rational about it. Don't get all your emotions and everything else involved. It's okay. Okay? The truth that's coming out here is for the better, even if it doesn't feel that way. Clarify Ten of Swords, Ten of Coins. What is the situation, or what is bringing up these energies here for my Leos this week? Wow. Okay, yeah, it's a nightmarish situation, something we feel really guilty, really uneasy about, something we feel bad about. Maybe it's the way we approach things, an imbalance in our life here. Ten of Coins. Or actually, before I even get there, I want to see, what is this situation that we're working through have to do with for you guys? And we're getting the Fool. It's needing to start out something new. Five of Wands. inner conflictions here. It might be kind of conflicted or... Okay, yeah, now I see. We're conflicted internally, but it's because of external influences and our need to kind of please them. We always feel like we have to balance things on the outside of our life. We have to appear a certain way, be a certain way for everybody else. And if we're not that way, we feel like we're not showing up as the way we should be. However, nobody is holding these standards to you, and you guys are going to be realizing that this week. That the only person that holds you to these standards, that makes you feel like you have to work this way, that makes you feel like you have to live the way you do, is yourself. Nobody else is asking you to do this. Nobody else is asking you to be this way. And that's a truth that I think somebody's going to tell you this week. And you're going to need to deal with this conflicting energy. You might have to, again, I just feel like with the King of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Justice card, there's a lot, again, this is very much in your head, in your thoughts, in your mental processes. So again, if this is mental illness issues here, in terms of like depression, anxiety, where that kind of stuff gets wrapped in, it's being worked out and really looked at here. We are looking to release this for the better of our future here. We're looking to take responsibility and to stop, I think, and it's not... This is just a message, so please don't attack me for this, and also, just don't attack me for this, please, for saying this, but sometimes I find that in today's day and age, people define themselves by their mental illnesses, and they're like, well, I have depression, I have anxiety. Nobody, first of all, was asking, but second of all, you can't let those things define you like a label. If you're walking around just saying that as an excuse all the time, yeah, you could have those issues, and I'm not saying you don't, but it's not, we shouldn't be using that as a crutch or a reason for it to be the way that we are. We can work through these things, we can work past them, even if it's clinical depression. There are ways to work health and like helpful regimens and helpful thinking into our lives, to positive thinking, positive ways of of doing work, of positive viewpoints and attachments to work, and things that are more balanced. So again, if you've been leaning on like, oh, well, I'm just like a workaholic and I'm addicted to this one style of work and I like crunch lines and is it crunch lines? I don't think that's what that's called. Deadlines that are like, I like crunch deadlines, I like this, I like to be up all night, like stressing myself out, no sleep. It feels like if that is your situation here, you guys are having a really hard time breaking free of that and realizing that that is not the way to work. And it's kind of difficult. So again, we could be dealing with insomnia issues as we try to balance this out, as we try to work out, what pushes us, honestly, to act this way, what pushes us to be that way that is so imbalanced. And again, this is a very deeply rooted issue in your mentality, in your own mindset, and also the way that you... Again, because there's 10 pentacles there, this has to do with money, this has to do also with our physical health, our well-being, and how this affects our physical health and well-being. Our attachments to money, our mental attachments and beliefs about ourselves and how we need to get it. The Nine of Swords is a lot of shame, guilt, sadness. It's my... Dark Night of the Soul card here, honestly, and it's a very difficult feeling, but you also need to know it's no good to just sit there and be overwhelmed by your emotions without having some way of releasing them. So it's time to, I would say, if you want to balance yourself out, instead of listening to or thinking about how everybody else is going to, what they're going to say, what they feel, or all that conflicting crap, I would say, honestly, take this Five of Wands and make it like going to boxing class or like fighting in a healthy way. Get this out, okay? Go take a walk. You need to release all this negative, intense not information, this negative, intense feelings, all these attachments. You need to cut these cords here, release it, and go off like Bilbo and treat life as an adventure and stop pressuring yourself so hard. Things will work out when you stop putting this kind of energy and pressure into it. If you put on this like Nine of Swords, Dark Night of the Soul energy here, which is a point where it feels like no external help is really available to you, we have to make it through with our own resources. And the only way to do that is by changing our mindset here, because our mindset is what holds us back. It's what's, getting us stuck up in this horrible loop where, we would do anything. We would destroy ourselves for money. We would, this is like self-deprecating. It's just, ugh. So guys, get out of it. Get into this Fool energy this week and stop, holding on to this stuff. Do some healthy releasing through, I feel like physical activity is really going to help you this week. So go to the gym, go watch a kickboxing thing, like even on YouTube or something, and just like fight it out. Because these are things that you need to release, and you need to feel more empowered about, the way you work and the way you're approaching it. Anyways, wow, those are some deep-seated issues there, guys. And stop caring so much what other people think, Leos. I know that's really hard for you, but everything that you do is not for everybody else. It's just for you. It's just for you. Stop thinking about how you appear to the rest of the world. And if I do this, will people like me more? Well, is this coming off as me, or should I be this way? You know, just be yourself. Enjoy life. Stop thinking so hard about all that stuff, okay? Let's get a message from Spirit, advice from Spirit and your higher selves this week. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Whoa! There we go. You guys get a couple of them. And they're both owls, so amazing, guys. They both flung out. I'm going to take them because your reading is pretty intense. Owl and Dawn. Look at both of them. Wise seeing, wise action, the light after the darkness. Love this, guys. I absolutely love that they both came out and they're both birds. I love owls. Alright, so let's look at this one. Wise seeing, wise action. Should the hooting owl come looking for you on this day, it indicates that the need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision. Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. So again, remember that hero font in the beginning of the reading. Seek out some guidance. Seek it out from your higher self as well, okay? If somebody, you know, seek out somebody who is a mentor or is going to be able to guide you in the situation that you are facing here, okay? And then we get Dawn. I love this card. It's one of my favorites. I mean, I love all the cards in this deck, but... should you receive the Dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it's being indicated here. So this is really beautiful. Have hope. This might feel like a really dark moment in your life. It might feel really intense, but know it's because you are working through things that I feel like are really genuinely not just from this lifetime, but is a buildup of some issues from past lifetimes that you're working through. This is a really huge part of your process here on Earth, so just breathe and get through this. Be positive, okay? Let's do some love. Let's do a love reading here, okay? We're going to do that with the Gustav Klimt deck. And again, if you guys want to book a private reading, all that information, as well as my Instagram, my Twitter, if you want to follow me there, are right below this video in the description box, okay, guys? Alright, so let's check this out. Love and relationships for my Leos. Okay, Five of Wands reversed. Interesting. Love, relationships, romance for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hermit. Ace of Wands. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers here. Interesting. So, we could be experiencing some difficulties here. I definitely am feeling that difficult energy with that Five of Wands reversed. Let's clarify the Five of Wands reversed and the Hermit. We don't really want to fight for something. We don't have the energy this week, it feels like, to deal with something. And we're really wanting things to change, but like we're just feeling like they're really on the low end in terms of love. We're not feeling passionate. We're feeling very lonely and alone. But again, it's because you guys are working through something here. Six of Swords reverse. As you try to move on from something, make sure you are not getting... Yeah, we're getting stuck in the past here. It's time to move on from something here. Please stop fighting with yourself on something. Or don't give up in terms of pushing forward. Don't get stuck in the past. Clarify the Hermit. The Ace of Wands reverse for Leos in terms of love this week. What's happening? Let's bring up the Hermit and the Ace of Wands reverse. The Fool. Yeah, as we start something new, we might feel... It's time to start something new here, but we're not feeling a lot of energy with the Ace of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands reversed, the Wheel reversed. Could also be feeling kind of foolish. Wow. Oh boy, interesting, huh? So, you know... With the Ace of Wands in the reverse position, that's just me a really big indicator, especially with the Hermit, that we just don't have the energy this week. We're not feeling it. We're not on top of our game. We're really not feeling ourselves here. It's just not great. But I will say when that Five of Wands is reversed, you know, there is suffering caused by people. There's suffering caused by other people's commentary, by their viewpoints. We wanted to give up a fight because I don't know, I guess a lot of people have a lot to say about what we're doing, or are feeling very confused and wanting to go back to how things were there, you know, go back to a situation. We're focusing on a situation from the past, though, for sure. You know, we're having nostalgia, we're abandoning where we are now. um, We could also be feeling very distressed about a relocation. Maybe we have to leave somebody that we've been dating or something because of a situation, and we're not excited about it now. We're feeling like I found somebody and I'm very unlucky now because now I have to leave. That's just it for some of you. That's a weird message that I'm getting. But again, the Hermit says that we need to go within. We need to look at this from a different perspective here. We need to maybe have some solitude and meditation on this situation, because there is, we're having this loss of identity, it feels like, for a lot of you, honestly, with the Fool. Look the way he's got his head in his hands. He starts out as something brand new, but he doesn't know what he is. So we're meditating on kind of, what do we even want in terms of, who am I in terms of love right now? What do I need? What do I want? There's a lot of confusion. There, you kind of almost, again, you just feel like you have a loss of identity here. And that's why we're going back to the past. We're like, well, that's who I was then. And this is what people are telling me to be like and how I should be. So maybe I should listen to that. However, you can only really decide who you are in terms of love and who you want to be and what you want to bring in by going off on your own here, by maturing on your own, by going within. Because the Ace of Wands is like, you can listen to other people's viewpoints and what they have to say to you, but it's not going to mean anything unless it comes from you here, okay? And right now, we're just feeling really lost and confused. So, again, I think that the Hermit is really what we need to be doing here. There's just, yeah, again, for those of you who have started something, you have to go, or something happened, or the other person has to move, or something is going on here, you're really feeling sad right now. If you've been dating somebody and now they have to go, but for those in a relationship, it's just feeling like we're feeling like a loss of identity within the relationship almost. We're feeling like we're longing for the times of the past when we feel like we were this person. I don't know. We're just feeling really not ourselves this week at all. It's time to go within. Time to rest. Time to take a step back here. Okay. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, you know, there's solitude. We're feeling, I don't know, there's all sorts of off kilter this week here. Really. You guys are really not feeling the energy. I feel like there's just no energy and progression this week. You guys are just like, oh no, I don't want it right now. I'm like, I'm good. I'm really tired. I really can't do this right now. There's maybe, again, if there's somebody returning here, you're really not excited about it either. This person has brought up a lot of crap for you. For some of you, I'm getting, I don't know why. But there's the end of something. Again, I feel strongly that some of you guys are having something end that you didn't really want to end this week. But also, we're not feeling very lucky, and we're not feeling the energy in terms of progressing. So I would just say go within this week. Let's get a card of advice for you, because this is like a, who the hell am I? What do I want? Kind of energy this week for you guys. And that's okay. We all go through that. You guys are going through some really huge changes right now, Leo. Check out stuff about your astrology. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know everything. I know what I know, and I know what I research, but I did not go to school for it by any means. I have books and stuff on it, but I would not consider myself an astrologer. But there are amazing astrologers like Gregory Scott, Gregory Scott, I think, has amazing, just lighter, more straightforward views on astrology that I really like. So I think if you want to know more about what's happening astrologically for you guys, go check out his channel. I always plug him. Tell him I plugged him, because I love him. And I would love to connect with him. Anyways. Advice for my Leos. Wow, Magician reversed. Somebody is not who they are appearing to be, or maybe it's because you guys almost. It's almost like you guys want to put on a mask right now and be somebody else. Don't do that. Do not get to this, Leo. Sometimes when you guys are in this state and you don't know who you are, you put on this mask of who you were back then or somebody else, or how should I appear in this situation? What would make these people happy? What would, how can I get what I need out of this situation, or how can I give them what they want out of it? Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Advice. Any other cards of advice for you guys? I love this week. Six of Cups reversed. Don't get stuck in the past, please. Don't get stuck in the past. You're way focused on nostalgia. You're way focused on some ex or someone from the past here. Don't go back to it, please. Do not make the foolish decision. This is not, what you think it is. All right, so let's get a card from the Romance Angel Oracle deck here. One for singles, one for couples for you guys. Okay. Single Leos. Oof, we get heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah, have honest conversations. Okay? I feel like there is a real sense of honesty coming out and changing your world this week. All right, and I feel like that may be the honest conversations, like, I love you, but I don't think this is going to work out, or I want to be with you, I like you, but listen, I'm doing this, or, you know, you're moving, like, it might be time to cut this off before it gets too much deeper, or the messages I'm getting as well. All right, Leo couples, we get forgiving and learning. Interesting, this card came out, who was that? I want to say Virgo. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Again, guys, you need to release and heal from the past. You need to stop focusing on it. You need to stop thinking about it. You got to stop, like, all that focus on that. You know, take the lessons, not the emotions, not the people, none of it. We need to forgive ourselves, forgive other people, learn from our mistakes, learn from their mistakes, and learn, you know, what it is we really need and want in a relationship in the first place. This is a really big week for you guys. Wow, what a deep week. I think this full moon in Scorpio is like hitting all the fixed signs because we have the sun in fixed Taurus, the opposite of fixed water Scorpio. So it's like, it's a lot. It's like a lot right now. So I think I wonder how Aquarius' reading will be. I think for my last one that I have to do. Oh, I forgot about Aquarius and Pisces. I have Aquarius and Pisces left, so we'll see how this is hitting them. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for all of your support. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Check out that full moon in Scorpio video when I put it up today or tomorrow. And check out your weeklies and your monthlies for your other placements, okay? Have a wonderful and blessed week, my lovely Leos.